does feel like fall.
After burning out about 6 months ago, I was nervous to start school and worried I would start to feel overwhelmed quickly. While I do often have to work really hard and spend a lot of hours studying, I try to never rush, take my time, and go at my own pace. I pause the videos a lot. Okay, so today's seltzer of the day is a lemon spindrift, which is my favorite spindrift. So I'm just going to sip on this and do my cardiology studying. One way to maximize studying while still maintaining a good mental health is using a 20-minute timer, and when the timer goes off, you switch subjects, and after 3 rounds, you take a real brain break. This is when you fully stop studying and do something else for about 5 to 15 minutes. Now it's time to go to yoga. So the yoga class is a Friday themed shake it off class, and the whole purpose of it is like to shake off the week and just like get everything out of your system. I think this will be nice to just like clean out my nervous system and just reset. And then when I get back, I'm gonna shower, do like self-care, clean my apartment, and make dinner and watch a movie. Now it's the end of the day and I'm all showered, clean, and had dinner. And I wanted to do a book update and talk about what I'm reading this fall and what I think you all should read. So the next book I had picked up was Down and Out in Paris and London by George Orwell. This book actually was my uncle's pick, and over Christmas we did a book swap and everybody brought a book that they recommended, and he recommended this, Down and Out in Paris and London. So thank you, Uncle Sam. It's a inspection into poverty and takes place like in London and Paris and follows like a really poor author who at this point in the novel is just absolutely scraping by, and it's meant to be like a very, I think, harsh, cold depiction of poverty, but so far it's very interesting, and because it's like more academic, I thought this would be a great pick for fall. So this would be like my academic choice, Down and Out in Paris and London. The next one is going to be another, I think, like very fitting academic, back to school, deeper thinking. This is The Year of Magical Thinking by Joan Didion. And I think that I've seen her a lot on YouTube, and just people saying like how excellent of a journalist she was. When I say journalist, I mean like somebody who takes personal notes, and I've been really implementing journaling as part of my routine. If you've seen my other videos, you know that I journal a lot. And so I'm really excited to hear about her life, and just like her writing style is very interesting and different. So I'm very excited about this book. The next one is I Was Anastasia. So this is my pick for historical fiction, which I think historical fiction is like so fitting in the fall time. And I have always had like a really unique obsession with Russia. Like, I think Russian history is very interesting. I love Russian literature. I just love Russia in general. I love the language. And this is kind of like an interesting story that basically is like, if you know the history of Russia, then you know that Anastasia Romanov was killed along with the rest of the like Tsar in Russia during the rebellion. They were all like taken to this basement and executed. So I think this story is basically saying like, what if she lived? And it's kind of like a historical fiction like retelling. And this author, Ariel Lawin, I'm not sure how to say that, she wrote The Frozen River, which was like absolutely one of my favorite reads so far of this year. So I'm really, really excited about this one. And I just think historical fiction is just so cozy and charming for the fall. And then my last book that I'm going to read in terms of like physical books is A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping by Sangu Mandana. So the first book came out a couple years ago and was excellent. A lot of people read it. It was really great, cozy, like romance, found family, which I love found family, cozy books. It's just one of my favorites. And this one, I believe you don't need to have read the first one to read this one. It says it's a whimsical and heartwarming novel about a witch who has a second chance to get her magical powers and her life back on track. And it's like innkeeping. Like, please, is there anything more fall than a magical innkeeping situation? So very excited about all of these books. And yeah, so I already started Down and Out in London, so this is going to be my first book. And I'm really excited to see how it is. It's not too long, and then hopefully I can start digging into some of the others. Okay, so I'm back from the farmer's market. I just showered and changed. I'm gonna do a quick haul of everything I got. The first thing I got was this hat. I just thought this hat was so cute. I love it. I needed a new sun hat. And then I got this local goat cheese. This is from Blackstone, Virginia. Local goat cheese. I'm gonna make this in my salad today. Dill and garlic, delicious. The next thing is some pickled beets. These are local beets and that have been pickled. These are also going to go into my salad. Okay, the next thing, this is one thing that I really wanted to find today at the farmer's market. It's a local candle, and it's Friendsgiving. That's the name of the candle scent, but it's a really nice fall scent, and I needed a fall scent to start burning while I'm studying and just set the vibe for fall. Let's see. Scrumptious. Friendsgiving. And then the last thing is this little honey jar, and this was $5, and it comes with like a little tool that you use to sprinkle the honey, and it's from local bees. They had the bees there at the market, like, that you could look at, so that's what really drew me in. So I'm really excited. I'm about halfway done with George Orwell's book, and I love it. I think it's so good. Like, I think it's, like, really funny and, like, phenomenal. And they're just trying to make a living. Like, he's just poor as hell. Like, literally doesn't have barely a penny. He's in Paris, now he's working in a hotel. And it's just so funny. So pleasantly surprised. Shout out to my Uncle Sam, if you're watching this. I think this is your favorite book. Possibly. So thank you, Uncle Sam.
Can I say something?
Yes.
For the right guy.
Time to talk about my other favorite thing in the world besides reading, which is watching movies and TV shows. So I put together a fall watch list for movies, and I have never seen these movies, so I'm really excited to watch them, and I would love for you all to watch them as well and comment which one was your favorite, if you enjoyed any of them. So hopefully this will give you a little give you a little inspiration about what to watch this fall. So the first movie is Hugo, and this is going to be my pick for like children, atmospheric, cozy fall movie. I've never seen this movie before, but it came like highly recommended from another YouTuber who I really love, and it sounds like it could be really good. Okay, so the next movie is called Midnight in Paris, and this stars Owen Wilson and Rachel McAdams, and it's about, I believe he's a screenwriter, and he's in Paris, I believe, for vacation, and that character is played by Owen Wilson, and at night, like at midnight, he goes out for like these walks, and he's kind of like pulled into some sort of jazz, like moody nighttime crowd, and it almost, I think there's maybe some time travel where he time travels back maybe to like 1920 during these excursions, and it's meant to be like a really lovely fall artistic movie. The movie that I'm gonna watch is called Stepmom. This is a movie that's starring Julia Roberts and Susan Sarandon, who I really love. And this movie follows like a family drama where the husband leaves his wife for like a much younger woman who's played by Julia Roberts, but then something happens like within the family, and Julia Roberts like ultimately forms a friendship with the previous wife. So I'm really excited to watch Stepmom. I think it might cross into a little bit of a Christmas movie, so I might save that one for November. Okay, the next movie is called The Craft, and where it takes place like in a Catholic school, and the new girl, who's played by Robin Tunney, gets like pulled into this like cult at a Catholic school where they're like casting spells. Well, they're witches. I think they're witches, and they have to get into some sort of like dangerous situation. It should be pretty good. It has a 6.5 on IMDb and a 57% in Rotten Tomatoes. And one thing about me, and you might notice this with some of these movies, is like I actually prefer movies that are mid-rated. I think that there's more room for nuance and more room for interpretation. Like I used to be like, oh, if it doesn't have a 9 or an 8 or a 9 out of 10, okay, if it doesn't have an 8 or a 9 out of 10, I'm not watching it. That is just so old. Like the best movies have a 6.5 in my opinion. This is, I think, one of my mom's favorite movies. It's called Moonstruck. This is a 1987 film. And it stars Cher, of course, and she plays an Italian American who's feeling like down on her luck. And so she just accepts like the next proposal that she gets, which is like from her boyfriend who like she doesn't really even love, but she's just like, oh, I'm down on my luck. I'll just accept my next proposal. And then she ends up like falling in love with the brother, who's like really who she's meant to be with. So that's another one that's supposed to be like a cozy fall romance movie. So those are my 5 movies. I hope that you could pick at least one of these movies to watch this fall, so we can watch them together.